Trying to succeed as an artist is hard. Well, trying to achieve any creative venture, whether it be content creation, music, etc., is just really hard. Especially in the age that we live in, because creativity is so abundant and everyone is trying to succeed through avenues like social media. It's so easy for your creative identity to get drowned out by all the noise. It even seems a little insane sometimes, pouring such immense amounts of effort into your dream and facing continuous failures and working so hard in hopes of maybe gaining recognition through a miracle or luck. You know what else is hard? My god, life. Life is such an unpredictable and scary force that when coupled with trying to achieve some crazy unconventional dream, it almost seems like you're destined for failure. That's how I felt when I made this manga. Here's a little background information to how I made this manga and the emotional state I was in. We about to get personal in this B. One day I was sitting alone in math class at school, laying in my arms listening to music. I know I'm kind of a loser, huh? A little while before this, I'd finished reading Beck. Great manga, by the way. Read it. Anyway, Beck focuses a lot on unorthodox dreams and the tumultuous journeys it takes to reach those dreams, which resonated with me a lot. I mean, have you seen my channel? Since I'm trying to make it as a manga and YouTuber, and initially I felt extremely motivated after completing Beck, but after I released my one-shot Shinjo Ai, which didn't turn out to be as successful as I thought it would, I became really demotivated and suddenly the stream felt impossible. Anyway, flashback to math class and I'm laying in my arms thinking about this and having a bit of an existential crisis. I got home every day and I would draw manga for over 6 hours and sleep, nothing else, every single day. I would also put in a bunch of hours editing and scripting videos and learning a bunch of different skills to improve my videos. It seemed as if none of my hard work was worth anything, but for some reason, I didn't want to give up. Despite all of these feelings of despair towards making manga, the only thing I could think of doing while I was in this state was make another manga. What's wrong with me? In math class, while feeling all these emotions and questioning why I create manga, the only thing I could do was whip out my sketchbook and create concepts for a new manga. This manga wasn't made with any expectations for success, for any competitions. I just made it for myself, you know? This manga was an outlet and it felt like a reaffirmation of the thing I love, manga. I didn't worry about whether or not people would like it. I just vomited all my emotions onto the paper and it felt good. Whoa, pause. That sounded disgusting. Completely unplanned and spontaneous. I just made a manga because I wanted to. It felt like I was a little kid drawing comics on print paper again. There was no pressure. It just felt like pure creativity. I feel like the narrative of the manga does encapsulate that, even if I didn't mean to do it consciously. The manga's called Yesterday for Tomorrow, and you can read it on Manga Plus Creators, link in the description. I'm gonna give a brief premise of it, but you can skip the segment if you wanna read it completely blind, because I know personally, I like going into stories with no expectations or preconceived ideas. I don't know, it just feels a little more exciting. Also, if the story's like kinda intense and really weird or crazy, it's so fucking hype seeing that unfold blind. Like, I don't know, any Inio Asano manga or whatever this is. I don't know, it just feels more exciting. Anyway, cue the cool ass retro eye catcher. Mel is a 17-year-old girl who finds herself waking up in an odd and unfamiliar environment with no memories except for fragmented recollections of her traumatic past. She falls into despair and has to take a step forward into escaping her tragic circumstances by pouring her love and passion into her dream, which is becoming a successful bassist. I feel like I just poured a lot of my interests like music, fashion, and food, which is like the most important, into making this manga since it was so personal. I bet you couldn't tell I like Beck, Shiori Experience, and Scott Pilgrim. I don't make my influences that obvious. I didn't necessarily realize it at the time, but I think subconsciously, I wanted this manga to be some sort of beacon of hope for anyone with any artistic or creative endeavors. As much as I said this manga was very personal to me, and it was, I also really hope it gives someone out there a tad bit of motivation, or even rekindles their dream. I haven't made it yet, so I'm still really scared, but the message I wanted to express in this manga is to not give up, perseverance. Take a step forward, even if it feels like all odds are against you, because eventually, through hard work, discipline, love, and a tad bit of luck, it'll work out. I haven't made it yet, but I know it. Delusion, baby. And if you've made it and you're mega successful and can afford to have a life-size Frieza in your studio and a fucking get expensive ice cream, then give some positive words of affirmation in the comments. I know I'll appreciate it. Read my manga and subscribe or whatever. It's not like it'll make me really happy and smile and oh hey, future Noedi here. Another thing I forgot to mention is I've literally only been doing this whole manga and YouTube thing for like not even a full year. So obviously I'm not going to be like insanely successful and be Eiichiro Oda level and be a #1 manga bestseller and have a gajillion subs on YouTube. That's just unrealistic. I was being very hard on myself and being a little too like naive, and I feel like I didn't fully understand the extent of my goal. And with the power of hindsight, I'm I guess more conscious of the fact that this is gonna take a very long time and I need to stay disciplined and consistent, and eventually I'll succeed. I'm not gonna be hard on myself for not being insanely successful after less than a year, because that's just stupid and frankly that not necessarily possible. I feel like if that were to happen, I would lose sight of appreciating the journey and not the destination, which is what I think I was doing. I love drawing manga. I draw manga because it's fun. Being successful would be cool so I can buy food with manga and do it whenever I want. But at the end of the day, that's not my end goal. Is just to be able to be happy and make other people happy with my manga. And even if one person reads my manga and says it's good, I'm so fucking stoked, dude. Or if one person watches my YouTube video and says, yo, you've inspired me to make manga, that makes my fucking day, dude. And I really appreciate all of that. And I feel like it's really easy to lose sight of the little things. And I just wanted to put that out there because I forgot to mention that in the video. You can literally achieve any dream you set your sights upon, and if nobody else does, I believe in you. Good luck. You got this. I got this. It'd be cool to look back on this when I'm like the super famous manga in the future and be like, hey, I made it. You can make it. Thanks for watching, by the way. Have a good night.